How now, Brown Cole? How now, Brown Cole? Hulk Hogan hugged a hungry panda bear. Arnold Schwarzenegger swore he never saw a salamander. Have a great podcast.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Everyday Swolmolliers. So this week we left our choice up to the viewers' discretion. You all are all alcoholics and we chose what we wanted.
Chocolate milk. Today we're going over Fairlife's Core Power Mille for all those cows with bad attitude that they got their comeuppance. So apparently this is full of natural flavors and abuse. Let's take a look at some of the ingredients that we're doing here today and actually where this fine drink was bottled.
So as you can tell from the cover, as it points out the details right away, 42 grams of protein per bottle. That's like 4 days worth of protein.
42 is also my lucky number. I never won anything.
So being that there's 42 grams of protein, only assume that they fed their cows steroids. That's going to hand down to you guys, which will make you stronger. Steroids are the answer to everything.
Fairlife specifically gets their milk from the bulls, right?
It has to be, because that's why all the protein's in there. Very creamy.
So it looks like today's product was bottled in Chicago, also known as the Windy City. So for anyone out there that's been drinking dairy, you always know you want to stay upwind.
Does milk have dairy in it?
You're not allergic or anything, right?
I'm allergic to dairy, but if it's not milk.
No.
Yeah.
All right, so my favorite part of all of our reviews, let's go ahead and pop a cap and
That's what they say in Chicago, too.
So we're going to take a look in, and we actually see a little bit of residue on our cap. So somebody had a little bit of trouble keeping this in. We're dealing with a little bit of sediment.
A little sediment in the cap is actually a good thing. Don't punish the people who spill it too fast.
So more information we can draw from our cap here. This is actually best by June. Oh, that's interesting. June 6th. That's a holiday, right? July 4th?
No.
Yes, it is.
Oh, you're right. This is my favorite part. It's the pour. You know, it tells you what the makeup of the liquid is like. It gives you a little bit of smell and aroma, and it really lets you know how enjoyable or how not enjoyable this next few minutes is going to be.
You definitely don't want runny milk because you know that somebody didn't squeeze the Hershey bottle correctly.
Right. Mm-hmm. Chocolate milk's thicker than regular milk.
Yeah, because brown cows are generally thicker. A lot of the information that we're going to go over today is also going to be just a real general look at what chocolate milk actually is. It's actually refined milks direct from the cow's udder. So they're going to pull it out, they're going to put it in a charred oak barrel, they're going to let it rest for 4 to 6 years. I think that's standard for the production process. And then after that, it's going to pull out all of that flavoring and all of that churned
mm-hmm. From the barrel.
Mm-hmm. And it's going to give that rich, dark hue that you taste. And that's what we're going for here is a nice, old, spoiled milk flavor.
You know, all these years of doing this tasting and drinking milk, I always thought it came from a brown udder.
Got a beautiful, thick swirl today. You want to make sure that your cocoa powder is at least from the Bolivia region. A lot more flavor when you're stepping into this experience. And that's what we all drink our protein shakes for. It's not for the health conscious folk, for any of the protein content. It's purely just for the unenjoyable taste of that gritty, awful whey protein. Discipline.
If it's not gritty, I don't want it. If it's not chalky, I'm not going to swallow it.
So we're going to activate our olfactory sensors. Yes, we have been to middle school.
The smell is important. It lets you know how old this milk is.
Main goal here is to really give you as much information and educate you on the process of experiencing everything that we have going on here. So it's a very special, specific technique when you're analyzing chocolate milk. With any of our energy drinks, you want to make sure you get a full aromatic feel to it. But this one's a little bit interesting. For anything that's going to have a protein content, you want to go finger in, lock it in tight. If you have any extra airflow, you're going to have a little bit of different smells coming in. So stay tight. What did you experience there?
A little buzz.
If you're not getting high from milk, you are absolutely doing it wrong. That's unheard of and may not be proven. It definitely happens. Make sure you're tripping balls on chocolate. Dive in.
Cheers.
As always. Getting a lot of childhood feels, reminiscent of all those times I left out chocolate milk for Santa Claus, and he never drank it because I don't really remember ever getting any presents.
I got a lot. You know, you're right. The childhood, this definitely tastes like my childhood. It's bringing me back to my childhood a lot.
I mean, turn the camera off.
I breastfed till I was 12, and my mom's black.
So we dive in for another tasting. You're going to get that vitamin D coming through. So everyone likes a big D in their milk. You don't want a low amount of vitamin D. You may not get a good bone strength.
I mean, this was voted well, it wasn't voted because you're all alcoholics, but this was for the post-workout. But I'm not going to lie, the steroids in this make me want to work out now.
Effective pre-workout as well.
So I'm kind of confused on when I should drink this, but maybe all the time?
All the time's an excellent choice. It's actually known as a perfect post-workout drink. So, I mean, perfect is synonymous with any amount of time. We all know that if it's perfect now, it fits perfectly into any scenario.
Right.
So if you're toasting a wedding, you're going out for your bar mitzvah, you are celebrating the death of somebody that you hate.
Cheers.
To bring in those times.
You know, you're right. I think I'll drink this at your funeral. Do I look bigger?
You know, chocolate milk's really synonymous for some of the flavor profiles that you're gonna get. You should definitely get a phlegmy feeling in your throat. If you're not feeling that full mouth experience of your esophagus. But this one is fantastic today.
So the thing that always lets me know of a good milk product is the stomach churning and cramps that I tend to receive. It's the hours that I spend in the bathroom after consuming it. People have told me that's a problem, but in the reality of it, I'm obviously cleansing myself. And when you cleanse yourself and then you're getting this much protein, you're gonna get huge and ripped at the same time. Okay, so South End, what do you think about the drink here? What would you rate it?
So I'm actually going to give it 4 swell factors today.
It's pretty good. That's out of 5.7, just so you know out there in TV land. I don't feel like I need to go to the bathroom yet, so I'm going to give it a 3.8 swell factor.